What's going on YouTube? Ginger on Wheels here. I'm out on the Kaabo Wolf Warrior. I had a tragic event happen last night. I don't know if you can see this very well, but this controller here is super glued on because, and so is this thing, this Eco Turbo and single dual button. Last night I was attempting to assemble the scooter, like fold it back upright, and it's just really heavy and it slipped out of my hands and the handlebars went swinging down and they went smashing onto this back fender piece and broke the plastic on the controller for that thing. But you know what? I contacted Fluid Free Rides and told them what happened, and they're shipping me the controller and the new Eco. They're shipping me all the new stuff, just as like, we're sorry that happened to you. Because I've only had the scooter for like 1 or 2 rides now. So that's really awesome. I love Fluid Free Rides. If I ever need another scooter that I want and they're selling it, I will definitely buy it from them over anyone else. They have the best customer service of any scooter company that I've heard of, and of any company at all that I've ever dealt with personally. So shout out to Adam and Peter at Fluid Free Rides for helping me out with that. I don't know if you guys watched my video from yesterday, but I installed some mud guards. These are like custom rubber sheets that I epoxied onto the fender here, and that's to prevent stuff from flying up and attaching itself to the bottom of the scooter. And then I also made a fender extension for the back. This is just to keep water from flicking up and getting on my coat, but this is stuck on there real nice. So is that. I was afraid they were going to come off with bumps and stuff, but they are on there. But I want to go through some puddles and stuff and see how well they actually keep the water off the scooter. All right, I made it to this little off-roady section that I wanted to try out. I'm in Speed 3, dual mode, but I'm in Eco, so I'm not going to go over 35 miles an hour. Gotta watch out on those leaves, it's like ice. If they're wet, that is, like that. There's a nice bit of mud. All right, that was a good little off-road tester. Let's check out how the mud guards did for the scooter here. Okay, so on the underside here, this did a ton of deflecting. That's awesome. This little fender that I made really works well. I don't see any mud on the back here that would have indicated it was being flung up. But the real test is if there's junk on the underside of the scooter, because that's where I was seeing a lot of it before. Yeah, we're still getting a ton of stuff. Looks like the rear suspension guard is doing some work though, keeping mud and dirt out. Gonna have to make this fender even longer than it is now. Have to make another one. Good thing they're so cheap to make. Well, I'm kind of bummed, honestly, that there's still dirt on the bottom side of the scooter, but gives me another excuse to work on the scooter again. I get to make another mud guard for the front. The rear one works really well though, so that's cool. All right, now that I've tested the mud guards, I'm just gonna go do some off-roading because I've got 100% charge on the battery. I don't know if you can even see that with the GoPro. but it is not good to have the battery charged up that high. So need to get this baby down to like 50% or so before I store it for the night. So come along with me while I drain the battery on the Kaabo Wolf. Spinning the tires on the grass there. These are the road tires though. Oh yeah. These road tires are slick when it's wet in the mud. There's a big hill. Oh, made it up, no problem. Ooh, this is steep. And these leaves are slippery. And the scooter is heavy. Please don't crash. Okay, thank God. I'm not very comfortable riding the scooter, oh gosh, in general yet, let alone down super steep hills. This is a really steep hill. Gotta get a build up to this. Made it. Excuse me. I tried to do that before with the off-road tires and did not make it. And it's because they were stuck to the ground so well. But these ones were sliding and it actually let me keep scooting up the hill without bogging out the motors completely. So the road tires actually did better off-road on the hills. The general consensus is by me that these street tires do well on the road in all conditions, and they do well off-road when it's dry. But when it's wet and you're up against leaves and mud, these road tires do not stand a chance. You need that knobby tread. So that being said, I'm gonna cruise and have a little speed run home. It's gonna be a lot more maxing out the speed in the street there with the cars for a while. And I pulled off to the sidewalk here because you can overheat the motors on this thing if you go flat out for too long. I learned that day on my first ride, actually. I was in single motor mode, cruising up a hill for probably like a mile. It was a long hill. And the motor overheated and just shut off while I was riding. And I never knew that that could happen, but it can. I guess just because the scooter's so heavy. So if you're a lighter rider, it might not happen to you, but I'm 190 pounds. This is cool. This is why I bought a fast scooter, so you could just be a car. You can just pretend that you're a car. As much as it pains me to say this, it is supposed to rain here the next few days, so I probably won't get a scooter video out for quite some time. But I'll do a good job at editing this one if I can and make it fun to watch. If you do enjoy watching scooter videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel and you can watch upcoming off-road videos. Thanks. So I just got home from that super high-speed ride and the rear fender is gone. Must have blown off, so that wasn't meant to be.